So if you saw my last video, you'll recall that I was looking for some flannelette that I thought I had in my store to complete the Winter Blues quilt, and this is the fabric, which is really lovely and soft. It's a soft grey with white leaves. I think it's very autumn or winter looking, and there is enough to back a quilt, so in pieces, so I've put those together, so there's enough now, and I have completed that ready for autumn glory, because if you look here you can see I found this as well. Lots of pieces that I've managed to put together, and I think that will make a really lovely backing for this Winter Blues quilt. So I'm just sewing across in straight lines in a soft grey. So I'm quilting this in a cross hatch, and you can just see I'm going from corner to corner of each square, but then when there aren't any squares to go corner to corner from, I'm just taking my ruler and measuring up, and then I'm just scoring with my thumbnail across the fabric. So it just leaves a little indentation, and the same on the edges where there isn't any squares, and it's enough just to see me through, and all of those little dents will wash out. And that's it. It's completely finished now. The label's on, fully quilted. And this one is Winter Blues. A little bit blowy. So that's the back. And that's the front. Really pretty. 40 inches square, so 102 centimetres, thereabouts. So I just need to get this washed, and then I can get that one sent off to Project Linus with the others, and I think someone somewhere might really enjoy that. Okay, there's something else I want to show you while I'm in the garden. Talk about autumn glory. Look at this. It's a little bit windy, but look at this acer or maple. Acer Bloodgood it's called. Absolutely glorious in the autumn winter sunshine. Okay, let me show you the fabrics that I've selected for this final quilt in the 4 seasons. For those of you that are new to my channel and you haven't seen the previous videos, I'm making a series of 4 small quilts for Project Linus, each one representing the different seasons. So I started off with a spring break, and my idea is to follow this design on all 4 quilts, but just to change the colour and the layout slightly. So the Winter Blues is the one that I've just completed, and I have one left now, which is Autumn Glory, and I'm going to change that slightly. I'll show you on the Winter Blues how I'm going to make that one a little bit different. And this is the centre of the Winter Blues quilt, and you can see if you look closely that I have one large 10.5 inch square in the centre with some half square triangles going out, and I decided to do it this way just to preserve the images on this lovely fabric. On the spring and summer quilt there was a variable star in the centre, but today I'm going to start the Autumn Glory, and again I'm going to have a 10.5 inch square and the half square triangles coming out the same as this, because there's some lovely autumnal fabric, and I'll show you that in a moment. But on this one, what I thought I'd like to change is to have, where this is gold and white and grey, I'm going to do that all in one colour around the central image. Then I shall introduce another colour, and then a paler colour, and then another again, so that will be similar. But what I'd like to do this time on the corners is to bring out this square. I'm going to bring this out up to the point, and I think that might create a nice looking image, so that'll be slightly different, and I'll show you the fabric that I've chosen. The centre of the quilt is this Lewis and Irene, the hedgerow. Beautiful autumnal colours. So it's got a sagey green background and birds and seed heads and berries, and I think that will look really lovely in the centre. And then to pick up the berry colours, I've got this lovely aubergine, which I think will look really nice, so solid. And then I will have a band of this really soft goldeny yellow plaid, and then next to this lovely golden plaid I have this off-white background with a grey autumnal leaves and berries, and then next to that will be some more of the golden plaid, and then we'll have the same fabric but in a different colourway. It's reversed, so the background in this one is soft grey and we have white leaves, and then I will back it in this. So I think that will make a lovely autumnal quilt, and we'll call that one Autumn Glory. So I'll cut these pieces and I'll show you what it looks like. And there we go, that's it finished. Autumn Glory. And look at the glorious pictures in there. Beautiful birds and berries and seed heads. And it really stands out against that purple. And you can just make out, I think the light is fading, but you can just see the subtle difference between the white background with the grey on and the grey with the white. And then the edging is in the grey with the white, and so is the back. And there's the back. It's all quilted. It's so soft in this flannelette. Really warm and snuggly. And that looks really pretty. I've got to wash it and dry it the same as the winter one, and then it can go off. And here are the 4 seasons in one day. So I started off with spring break, and then I had the idea that I would use that design and just use different colour combinations and make a quilt for each season. So there we have spring break, and there we have the brighter colours of summer vacation, and then moving on we have autumn glory, and then the winter blues. So the winter blues has a directional fabric in the centre, the same as autumn glory. And the last one to go in the pile for the project Linus this time is this hot air balloon one. So all I need to do now is to wash and dry these two and get them sent off. I think someone somewhere will enjoy these. I've enjoyed making them and looking at the way that the different fabric combinations work with the same design. And I hope you've enjoyed watching it too. Always like to share. Well, I've managed to get quite a lot done this week, so I'm quite pleased with that. So the 4 quilts are complete. So I've left some fabric swatches on the pages. So Autumn Glory is complete now, completed on the 17th of the 11th, and that was the 27th quilt. So now I'll show you what else I have planned for November. So this week I have managed to create the Autumn Glory quilt, and I've completed it by quilting it. I've made some more square in squares, and then on the 10th Rochelle messaged me about selling my quilts to the US, so I've opened my Etsy shop again, and we'll see what happens on the global market. There's no pressure on anybody, but that's there. And I've put down I want to create some thank you cards, because when I do sell a quilt I like to put a little handmade card in, and I'm running short of those, so I need to make some more of those. And I have an idea about making some new ones with scrap pieces of fabric, something I haven't done before, so I'll show you that. And then I've ordered some Christmas themed fabric, because I've suddenly got the urge to make a Christmas throw. I know I'm a bit short of time. It's going to take a few days before it gets here, but we'll see how that goes. So those hopefully will be next week's video starting. And I have a lovely 5-star review from somebody that bought a quilt from me last month, and I've also sold another quilt this month. So that's it for this week. Take care everybody, look after yourselves and keep on quilting. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye.